Hey everyone, what's up? The Eagle Reviewer slash Reactor is here, and I decided to throw in another video for us as we wrap up this year. Since it is Christmas time, anyways, I'm going to be just discussing my thoughts of the movie Red One. I didn't have any huge expectations for it first, but it came on Prime. I'm like, all right, might as well just check it out and see if it's any good. Because I saw the trailers. I don't interest in seeing it in the theaters, but I'm like, all right, if it's on streaming, I might as well give it a shot now. Um, but yeah, so let's dive into this movie. All right, so basically, where to begin? Or honestly, I think this is one of just the best I think made for streaming movies. It's not a great movie by any means. It's okay. There's Christmas elements to it, but it's just a movie that like if you need something to watch at home during Christmas time that's on streaming, I think this could fit the list. It has the elements for it. Nothing great about it that you had to go and see this one in the theaters, but now that's on streaming, I think it's definitely worth at least a shot. So let's just talk about it. It's a very average, very nothing too hyped movie, but it's enjoyable at the least. If you need something just to pass the time, or maybe a Christmas movie for kids, while the older ones are certainly better, like maybe like the Home Alone movies or Elf or anything in that category. Yes, there are better ones, but this movie Red One isn't too bad. I mean, it's what you think. It's another one of those Dwayne Johnson, The Rock type films. He's pretty much, center stage, so you get that element in it while also having Christmas themed events going on as well. So there's sort of things barred in that, and even things from, I think it's the Christmas Chronicles, which are actually pretty decent Christmas movies. Some things I felt were parallel to that. So like it's something too unexpected, but there were definitely some cool moments in it, like the improved technology and the CGI looked okay-ish, I guess. Like it could have looked a little bit better, but I don't know how much the budget was. Actually, I think it was quite a bit, so I don't know if it actually made a profit. That may have been why it came to streaming so quickly. Um, so I don't think it performed too well, but I think if you just need something to watch, um, like during Christmas time, it definitely works. So let me just go over basically what happens in the movie if you have not seen it yet. There's definitely other videos you can check out which explain it, but basically, um, we start off sort of focused on the guy who's Chris Evans is playing. I believe his name is Jack, I guess. He's sort of like, at first he's a kid, and, he just doesn't believe in Santa that much. And that's sort of when he becomes this like mischievous guy. He grows into it. That sort of becomes his thing. And he sort of just doesn't really do the right thing. He's only been looking out for himself since the get-go. Um, you know, and just like no family values or anything, just looking out for himself only, trying to get money, and just, that's sort of how he works. But there's a lot of, like elements where it's like coincidence, things happening, where it's like it's time for certain people to change their ways. Then, of course, you have Dwayne Johnson, who has to play the hero in this movie. That's what he always does. No, he has a no lose contract. So whatever movie he's in, he always wants to play the likable role, and it just fits him perfectly. Now, while there is no building or skyscraper in this movie, they do visit a jungle-ish close thing. I forgot the exact place they go to. I know it's somewhere in like Central South America, to sort of figure out, because Santa's been kidnapped, obviously, in this movie, so they're trying to pick up the clues. So eventually, Dwayne Johnson's guy Cal and Chris Evans' guy Jack are working together to track him because, he's gone. And Cal is, of course, his bodyguard, assistant type of guy, like Santa's basically like right hand man, essentially. So they're trying to figure out where he is, trying to pick up all the pieces together, and they sort of come together, work things out, and eventually try to find him. And that's basically the gist of it. And of course, at the end, they get along with one another a little bit better, and each character has like a mini arc essentially, where they become like more accepting. Cal realizes that maybe his point of view and perspective has changed sort of on people and realizing that they can change themselves a little bit. And that's sort of what Santa's been believing from the get-go. So they go out towards the end when they defeated the main villain for sort of one last or for one ride together and watch Santa deliver presents. And yeah, that's basically the movie. I left out some small bits in between, but you can check that out yourself. But is it worth it? I guess. Definitely things that could have been improved upon, but you can't hate it if you already had low expectations like I did. I'm sorry. At first, I honestly thought this was gonna be a pretty good movie just by seeing the trailers. But as I heard more and more and more about it, I became kind of confused. Like, what was all this going on? First of all, there was some sort of like bad stuff associated with it, like how Dwayne Johnson was, he was really busy and like, there was like no time to waste and all the weird things going on during the filming of it and how this movie was apparently supposed to come out last year itself. So, it may have been the strikes, maybe that delayed it. I'm not entirely sure because I'm pretty sure the bulk of this film was filmed a while back. But yeah, I honestly don't think J.K. Simmons is in this movie for that much because most of the time he's just captured. I guess maybe it would have cost a lot of money as well. So they tried to diminish the roles as much as they could because obviously most of the paycheck just ended up going to Dwayne Johnson. But yeah, I honestly thought this movie would end up on Netflix, but whatever, it's fine. Obviously, the Christmas Chronicles maybe better recent films that are Christmas related, but this one isn't just. It's okay, honestly. Like I think at first it seemed pretty cool. Some of the characters and their ideas were pretty interesting, but like the villain was kind of meh. Okay, like everything was basically like that. It's just like let's try to just put a decent amount of effort into everything and just hope it works out. Which I guess it did, but I guess no one really had any like huge drive to go out and see this in the theaters. Especially at a time where I don't think there was too much competition going around for it. So I believe a decent amount of people may have gone and seen it. But it's on Prime now, so if you want, you can definitely check it out. But those are just my 2 cents there. As for a rating, I mean, I'll give it a mid rating, I guess. So 6 or 7 out of 10 around there. I'm going more for like I guess a 6.5 out of 10, to sort of even it out. I mean, you get what you get from it, honestly. No surprises or anything there. Very formulaic, predictable, but decent watch, I guess. But I guess that's just my 2 cents there. But I guess that's about it. Just a quick, short discussion of the movie. Nothing else too much going on. Of course, all my other planned videos are still coming out, and maybe more, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, just decided to check this movie out, and that's my review on the movie Red One. Alright, thanks guys. The Eagle Reviewer / Reactor is out. Take care, and I'll be back again.